Hey, house guests! Welcome to today's Big Brother 26 updates and spoilers. Hope you're all having a great Saturday so far. Our house guest today is Rosemary Gross. Rosemary, thank you so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so, so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests today, check out our Patreon link in the description below. And if you're still looking to get the live feeds this summer, we also have a link for that in our description. And if you use our link, it helps us out. So we appreciate that as well. This hair is really annoying me today. So when we left off yesterday, Quinn was deep faking Angela's HOH. It was so bizarre because they were both doing one-on-ones yesterday. And, oh, this is terrible. They were both doing one-on-ones yesterday. And Quinn had like a suit on. He was like having a little fun with it. But then like things did not go well with Tucker. That conversation took a sour turn. Unfortunately, we did not get to see that conversation on the live feeds because we don't get to see like 75% of the conflicts this summer, which is really annoying. But from what we can gather, it looks like Tucker was accusing Quinn of lying about what his power does and basically like calling him a cheater and saying he's like using production as strategy by lying about his power. In reality, Angela and Tucker just don't understand how it works. They have been I feel like people have told them how it works too, and they just like maybe weren't listening. I don't know, but they don't seem to grasp exactly how it works. And no, Quinn was not lying about his power. It's just overpowered, right? He has a lot with this. He controls the nominations this week. I believe he also controls the replacement nominee if someone comes off the block. He still gets to vote, and he can play for HOH next week, which is just wild to me. I don't know yet if Angela is eligible to play for HOH. That would just be so unfair if she wasn't. But I also wouldn't be surprised because this power is nuts. It's out of control. It's, in my opinion, too powerful. But anyway, the conversation between Quinn and Tucker got heated as they were parting ways. Tucker called Quinn a lying sack of shit, and Quinn called Tucker an effing dick. So it didn't go well, and Quinn was like near tears after that. So it was so sad because he's all like hyped up in his little suit, and then it ended in tears, right? So anyway, needless to say, Quinn was planning on putting Tucker up on the block along with Mackenzie and Cedric. Now you may be wondering, why Cedric? Cedric just did Quinn a solid last week, really stuck his neck out for Quinn by not putting him up on the block. And now Cedric is going up? Like, what is this? Cedric volunteered to go up on the block. Why? Quinn really wants to have strong competitors going up against Tucker in the POV and, if necessary, the AI competition, if Tucker's still even in it. And when Cedric volunteered, Quinn was like, okay, sounds good. Because Quinn, he's not a lock to play in this POV competition. He is controlling the nominations here, but he does not have a guaranteed spot in the veto. The only way Quinn is playing in the veto is if his name is drawn or if somebody picks him, house guest choice. Angela, as the actual HOH, is playing in the competition, but we'll get there. So yeah, Cedric volunteering to go up on the block. Oh my God. In other news, we also saw a new alliance solidify. It's called 5 Points, and it's Tucker, Rubina, T-Core, Chemo, and Brooklyn. And Brooklyn quickly spilled about this alliance to Chelsea. Honestly, they should have done that alliance and just made it a 4, right? Because there is a chance that Chemo and T-Core would eventually turn on the collective. But Brooklyn is 100% in because she's also in that Pentagon alliance. So they should not have included Brooklyn in this. I don't know why she was included in the first place. But yeah, she already told Chelsea about it. So it's not really a secret anymore. Okay. So let's get into the new stuff. The house guests were waiting around for the nomination ceremony yesterday, and Cedric, Quinn, and Chemo were having a little game chat in the bathroom. Now, of course, Cedric knows he's going up on the block, right? Because he volunteered. So Cedric is asking, what do I do if I win the power of veto? Do you want me to leave the nominations the same? Why is this even a question? Why? Oh my God. I know Tucker did some crazy stuff last week by using the veto on Angela, but that's not normal. That is not, no, stop. If you're up on the block, I don't care if you're volunteering to be up there, you use the veto on yourself. Someone else can volunteer to be the replacement nominee. If you win the veto, you've done your job of being on the block if you volunteered, which is already insane. But the thought that he would be like, should I just like leave the nominations the same? Should I stay up there? No. Quinn is saying, yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome if you leave the noms the same if you're comfortable with that. No, absolutely not. Cedric's like, well, what would be best for the group? The group is not winning this game together. One person is going to win this game. The recruits this season are just on another level. So Chemo's like, I don't know. I think it might look kind of weird if Cedric doesn't save himself if he wins the veto, because that's just it's going to show that we're working together. Why would Cedric not take himself off the block, right? They're trying to play it off like, oh, Cedric and Quinn aren't that close, so you put him up. What does that say if he leaves himself up there, besides he's a dum-dum and not very good at this game? Right? Yeah. So anyway, then they're like, well, we could frame it like maybe Cedric would want to stay on the block so that he can settle things with Tucker in the AI arena. It's like a pride thing, right? Because last week, Tucker was all like, I'm going to see you in this AI arena and I'm going to beat your ass, blah, blah, blah. No, that's just dumb. Like, if Cedric wins the veto, you better freaking use it on yourself. Okay, so then they had the nomination ceremony, and Quinn made his nominations via the deep fake. So does that mean like they had Angela in Ainsley's little like tube thing? Not Angela, but like AI Angela. Is it going to be her? Because that's kind of sick, honestly. But I'm curious what Quinn gave for his reasoning, because he did say he was going to make some jokes, make it funny, because obviously everybody already knows that he is the deepfake HOH. But it's just funny to think about what he would come up with for AI Angela to say. Actually, somebody left a very clever comment yesterday about how she should be called Angela, like AI Angela. Very smart. Yeah, so as planned, Tucker, Mackenzie, and Cedric are up on the block. This just would have been so much more interesting if everyone didn't already know that Quinn had the power, right? Yeah, it really could have caused some drama, but I guess we had the drama last week instead, so it's a trade-off. But after the ceremony, Cedric and Chelsea are chatting outside, and Chelsea is telling Cedric, you're going to be safe no matter what this week. Don't worry. It's okay. And she's telling him if the veto is used, Rubina is going to go up as the replacement nominee. That's what Quinn has been saying. Uh-oh. That Showmance is already coming back to bite her. So Cedric is a little bit nervous, though, about this, because he's like, what if the other nominee wins the AI competition, whoever that is? I guess it would be Cedric in that case. No, because it could be somebody. It could be Mackenzie winning, and whatever. The other nominee. What if they win the AI arena, and then it's me and Rubina up on the block for the vote? He's scared. He's like, I don't know. Do I have the votes to stay against her? And Chelsea's assuring him he would be safe, because she's like, you got the Pentagon, but even bigger than that, you have the collective backing you. That's 7 votes. Is it though? Because T-Core and Chemo are both members of the collective, but they're also super close to Rubina. So would they flip on the collective to keep Rubina? Do they just get rid of their friend Rubina and stay with the collective? It's not really clear what they would do at this point, but it's not set in stone that Cedric would stay against Rubina. So Chelsea is saying if Rubina goes, Tucker is going to be all alone. I gotta disagree with that as well, because he would definitely have Angela and Mackenzie both wanting to work with him still. And potentially, eventually, Chemo and T-Core whenever they're feeling like they're ready to flip on the collective, because I feel like they would see that as their out. But I think they're afraid to do it too soon. So Tucker would definitely still have some options even without Rubina in the house. But Chelsea wants to see either Tucker or Rubina out this week. She wants to split them up because they are a power duo. So Joseph also checks in with Cedric. He's encouraging him to win that veto and take himself down. Thank you. Finally, somebody with some sense. you win the veto, you use it on yourself. Yeah, so that's that. Joseph also says if the veto is used, again, Rubina goes up. And then he's hoping that Mackenzie would beat Tucker in the AI competition so that Tucker stays up on the block. All right, shifting gears. There was some pranking going on yesterday. Cam and Tucker put, am I saying this right? Worcestershire sauce, I think that's how you say it, and fish sauce in the Dr. Pepper. That's disgusting. I'm pretty sure a few people drank it. Blech. And then they also put other stuff. I don't remember what it was, but they put other stuff in the milk container as well. I'm sorry, but I know way too many people with food allergies, and you don't mess with people's food and drinks without telling them. Like, you don't do that because you never know who's allergic to what. They can end up in the freaking hospital. Also, if you have people like me who are vegan and you're putting things with animal products in like soda and you don't tell them, nah, I'd be so pissed. Blech. Leave people's food and drinks alone. Okay, moving on. Tucker and Quinn and Chemo are chatting in the kitchen. And Tucker brings up that Rubina keeps getting mad at him because he's extra. I mean, he's been mouthing off, he's been talking trash, and that is not sitting well with her. She keeps kind of like reprimanding him for that. So Tucker and Quinn are talking about how they're just having fun with each other. They're basically playing characters, trying to make it fun for the viewers. And I definitely see, like, even though they get into it and they kind of like fight with each other, they're still okay on a human level. Like, they're still gonna be friends outside of this. They're trying to put on a show, right? And I respect it to a certain degree, but like, I also want to see an authentic game. But I think the level that they're doing right now is like fine, right? They're having fun with the rivalry. It's the same thing that we're seeing with Quinn and Angela. Yes, they get into it, they get heated, but they also recognize this is a game, and they're just happy to be there. So Tucker even tells Quinn, did you like write the thing that the AI said at nominations? Because he loved it. He had a blast with it. And Quinn is like, yes, I did. So on the other foot, other hand, I also see why Rubina is worried, and she's not liking how Tucker is doing all this because she's associated with him. She is likely going to get dragged down with him. And we've already seen that Tucker is very strong in competitions, and he has the capability of saving himself with like the veto or the AI arena. But we don't know what Rubina can do yet in these competitions. So there's a very good chance that she'll get put up on the block. Maybe Tucker saves himself in one of the comps, and then Rubina is going to pay the price while Tucker is safe, just because of the way that he acted, and then she's close to him. So I'd be nervous too, girl. But Rubina chats with T-Core about Tucker, and Rubina says she thinks that Tucker is low-key mad at her. Whenever people say low-key, I think of Loki from Marvel. I mean, Tucker is definitely giving us low-key vibes, right? But yeah, Rubina says she looked at him when he was mouthing off after the ceremony, and he was like, what? I'm not allowed to say stuff? So T-Core's like, well, I'm pretty sure he's just trying to put on a show. He's trying to give the people what they want. Of course. But also, like, that's not good for Rubina. And Rubina mentions that she and Tucker didn't even hug after the nomination ceremony. Please don't be one of those showmances. Like, I'm getting exhausted already. It's so tedious. Like, them complaining about their issues to everybody. And, like, he didn't hug me. I don't want to deal with it. I'm already over it. Like, if this is what it's gonna be like, let's just split it up this week because I can't deal. But Rubina's asking T-Core, should I go hug him? Because T-Core mentions he did come to her and say, oh, Rubina didn't even hug me after the ceremony. So like he picked up on that as well. So T-Core's like, yes, go hug him. So Rubina and Tucker hug and make up. Oh, thank God, wonderful. Like all's right in the world now. He lets Rubina know, like, don't worry. I'm just having fun. He already checked in with Quinn. They're good. He checked in with Mackenzie before the ceremony. She already knew she was going up anyway. So, like, he's like, don't worry. I have it under control. Like, everything is okay. So then Tucker mentions if he gets house guest choice for this veto competition, he's going to pick Quinn to play. Because he wants to give the people what they want. Oh, my God. Is he like getting paid extra to just be as chaotic as possible? Is that what this is? Like, is he not even worried about the prize money at this point? I don't know. But here's an interesting tidbit, not really related to the game at all, but it's worth mentioning. Brooklyn doesn't believe that the moon landing was real. Girl, what? And I believe she was talking to Cam about this, and Cam was like, I believe they landed on a moon. A moon? What? You know that like our moon is the closest one to our planet, right? So like if you don't think they landed on our moon, which one do you think they landed on? Cam, I don't know, but oh my God, these two, it's just too much. I'm just gonna leave that there. We're gonna move on. It's a lot. So then Tucker checked in with Mackenzie. More craziness. Tucker says if there are prizes up for grabs in this Power of Veto competition, he's going for those prizes. Are you sure? He tells Mackenzie, if you want to go for the veto, that's fine. Like, you go ahead and do that. Thanks for your permission. But he says rent in New York is expensive. That's for sure. He wants a prize, and that's that. You don't want to go for the veto? Maybe he's just talking a big game. I don't know. But Mackenzie leaves. Joseph comes in to talk to Tucker. And again, he's like, I don't know that I necessarily need to win this. He says, if Angela wins the veto, she's probably going to use it on him to pay him back for last week. Plus, she wants to work with him moving forward. And, I mean, she's done well in competition so far, right? She's won 2 already. And Tucker's like, if she doesn't use it on me, whatever, I'm going to beast that AI competition. I'm going to win that. Don't get too confident, too cocky, too comfortable. He seems to really think that he's just got these AI competitions on lock, but that's not always going to be the case. You don't know what it's going to be each week. But late last night, T-Core and Chemo were cooking up some stuff. They were trying to see if there was any chance that Quinn would be open to working with Tucker because they feel like no one would expect it. They've got this rivalry going. Plus, T-Core and Chemo want this to happen because they're kind of in the middle with both of them, right? They are aligned closely with both of them. So it would be great for their games if these dudes would work together. But I will admit here, the details on this situation are very fuzzy for me. This happened very late last night. I did not see a lot of write-ups about it, and there's no flashback. So we're doing what we can. But it looks like T-Core approached Quinn last night about this idea of working with Tucker, but he was like, no, I don't want to work with Tucker. I can't trust him. But T-Core and Chemo are hopeful that he'll come around eventually because they know that he wants to make big moves. He wants to, put on a good show for the viewers. So they're like, maybe, we get through this week and we see if Tucker's still here, and then maybe we can get them working together at some point. They're not losing hope on that yet. But they are very worried for Rubina because Quinn did tell them that Rubina is going to be the replacement nominee if the veto is used. So yeah, they're definitely worried about that because they are super close to Rubina, and they're like, we warned her not to get too close to Tucker, and now it might be too late. They're panicking for themselves because they realize, holy crap, if it ends up being Cedric versus Rubina on the block for this vote, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to have to show our cards because we're with Cedric and the collective, but they're also super close with Rubina with that new 5 points alliance. Even without 5 points, they're super close to Rubina. So they're not really sure what they would do in that situation. It's kind of early in their opinion to flip on the collective, but also they don't want to lose her. So they're going to wait and see what happens with this veto. Maybe it won't even be an issue. But it's all going to come down to that, right? So this morning they had the POV player picks, and the players are the 3 nominees, Tucker, Mackenzie, and Cedric. The actual HOH, who has basically no power this week, Angela. And then the 2 extra players, you're not going to believe this. It's Joseph and Brooklyn. Again! This is the 3rd time that these 2 have been chosen as the extra players. What is the deal? How is that possible? I feel like this is insane. It has to be like planned like this, right? Because that's actually insane. But do they just keep putting their chips on top in the bag to pick them out? I don't know. But Tucker did mention this morning that if he wins the power veto, he is planning on using it on himself. No more plot twists. What a concept. Winning the veto and using it on yourself. So we'll see what happens. The feeds are down right now for the veto competition. It's an important one. So if you want to check back later, I will post the winner in, did I say check back the winner? I'm losing my mind. Maybe I didn't. But if you want to check back later, I will post the winner in the description for this stream. But I want to thank you all so much for being here today. And I want to thank our super chatters especially. So let's see what we've got. Oops, wrong tab. Okay. David Cushmore, thank you so much for the super chat. David asks, have you been watching the Olympics? Absolutely. I've been watching as much as I can. I have been obsessed with the breaking. I watched the women's competition yesterday and it was so freaking cool. I have not seen the men's competition yet today because I wanted to make sure that I got all this done for you, but I am planning on watching it tonight because it's just so cool to watch. I love it. Love the gymnastics, the swimming. I've been watching a lot of track and field, which is funny because I hate running, but it's fun to watch. Yeah, I've been soaking up as much as I can. I was just watching soccer earlier, go U.S. women, woo! And the men's basketball. I just watched the U.S. win that as well. So it's been really exciting. There have been so many fun moments in this Olympics, and I'm really sad to see it come to a close tomorrow, but it's been a blast so far. I'm excited, too, to see what they're going to do with the closing ceremonies. Benjamin, thank you so much for the super chat. Benjamin says, Angela winning HOH is iconic. 2 HOHs, Kristen. Honestly, I mentioned this yesterday. I was not expecting her to win competitions like this. So, like, props to her. It's very exciting to see just people outside of who you would typically expect to win these competitions actually like thriving. It's refreshing, honestly, because we get to see such different dynamics in this house. So it's very cool. Benjamin, thank you again. Benjamin says, also, if it's Cedric versus Rubina on the block, if Mackenzie and Tucker win POV and AI, do you think the vote will tie, meaning T-Core, Chemo, Leah, MJ, Tucker, keeping Rubina? I mean, it's a really good question. I touched on that a little bit a few minutes ago. It's not going to be cut and dry one way or the other. I think the smarter move would probably be to take out Cedric to break up the collective. But I mean, you'd really be drawing a line in the sand and restructuring the alliances in the house. But also, like, it would be smart to split up Rubina and Tucker as well, right? Because you want to break up those showmances when you can, especially since they do seem to be a power duo. But yeah, I think that vote could end up being really close if it is Cedric and Rubina on the block together. That's going to be some drama. Oh, I think the feeds just came back. Let me just get through the rest of these super chats, and then we'll see who won this veto. David Cushmore. Yep, the feeds are back. David, thank you so much. David asks, how far will Angela be in the game before getting evicted? Ooh, it's a good question. I mean, she's done a really good job in these last few days. Actually, probably like the last week or so of like calming down and kind of like being chill and not causing waves. And I think she's doing a good job of like building some new connections. People aren't feeling uncomfortable around her. So I think she could end up staying for a bit. I think bigger targets are going to emerge. And I think, watch me jinx her. I hope not. I want to see her stick around. I think she could be around for quite a bit. I think she should make it to the jury, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. The issue though is that she could end up being like a secondary target if somebody can't get their main one, like their main target wins the veto. It would be so easy to just be like, all right, well, I guess we're taking out Angela this week. So she does have that on her, unfortunately, but we'll see how it goes. Lynn Hurst, thank you so much. Lynn says, good luck with the craft fair and thanks for all you do. Oh, thank you. Yes, we're going to be vending at a festival tomorrow with all of our crochet plushies. So hopefully we're going to have a good day. I think the weather's supposed to be really nice. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then like we have all that tomorrow and then the episode at 9. So it's going to be a long day, but hopefully it'll be a good one. And Teresa Sousa, thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. Bravo to you. Oh, wait. Oh my God. Dudley says Tucker won. Let me just see. Let's see what Twitter says. Oh my God. Also, I'm so upset that like they might be taking away Jordan Child's bronze medal because I feel like she earned that and it's really like brutal to take that away days later. But let's see. Okay, now I have all this Olympic stuff blocking the way right now. I need to see who won this veto. Okay, feeds are back. Do we have anybody saying who won yet? Well, let's chat for a second and see. I just want to get confirmation for you guys before I sign off. Okay. I know Rubina hasn't won anything yet, but she is quite athletic and she's very smart. So I think she has a good chance of winning some comps. Let's see. Romania and US agreed to share the bronze, but they're still taking it away. Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're handling this, but I just think that would be so sad if she didn't get to keep her medal. They were saying like she only had a minute to put in an inquiry about her score, and then they're saying it took her like a minute and 4 seconds, which is just insane to me that they're gonna like do that over 4 seconds. Ridiculous. I mean, I also feel bad for the Romanian athlete because she went out there and she did her best too, but it would be nice if they could potentially share it, but I think it's kind of crappy if they completely take it away from Jordan. Let's do another check. You're Team Chaos. I'm also Team Chaos. I'm Team Fun Feeds. Ron and Kelly, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Okay, let's see. I know you guys, this is probably not the most exciting thing to watch me look at my phone, but that's where we're at right now. Okay, there's some stuff in this that is not Big Brother related. I'm trying to look at the BB. Oh, maybe that's why, because I've typed in BB24. Wow. Okay, BB26. I was going to say, this has nothing to do with Big Brother. Somebody on Twitter said, wear the necklace, you freaks. Oh my God. Okay, Tucker said he took the necklace off. Everybody's freaking out in this hashtag trying to figure out who won. Okay, Tucker said he took off Veto necklace because it was too hot. Is that true, though? I like have to have confirmation on this. Somebody said Ainsley won the veto. Oh my God, this person on Twitter said, why do I see no one wearing the veto? And they put this picture of Chemo. I can't when Chemo's standing there with his glasses down on his nose like that. It's so freaking funny. Do we have a definitive answer? People are saying Tucker. And they're saying people look defeated, which would tell us that probably the Tucker won. Ziggy is going to have to wait at least another week. Isn't Ziggy like his dog, I want to say? Okay. It's looking like Tucker won the veto. It's looking like he won. Okay. BB Live Updaters is reporting that Tucker won. I feel like this is election night, and we're waiting for people to say who won each state. All right. Okay, cool. So Tucker won the veto. So that's very exciting because it's really going to shake things up here. I hope this is not going to be bad news for Rubina, but we'll see. So thank you all so much for being here. Just a reminder, we don't do our spoiler live streams on Sunday, but my mom and I will be back for the episode recap tomorrow night. So we hope you'll join us for that. So thank you all. Oh, wait. Cedric said he is an effing dog. Okay, I guess he beasted out this comp. But all right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow night. And until next time, much love.